Hello, Rahapati, present or not? Where is the other student? Rahap, may I audible? Where is the other student? Please tell him to join.
Okay, sir. Sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, some student asked to join.
Yes, sir.
Only five. Other student join or not? So what about the other students? Can the student join or not?
Sir, you can start. I tell them.
Okay, so we can start. Okay, so let's see. In the previous class, we already shown that how the string is reverse the string character wise and reverse the string word using stack. These are already discussed. So today we have to discuss expanding and compressing tabs. Suppose someone wants write a program to replace all the spaces in the string by tabs. All the spaces. Whenever you find the space, then convert into or replace into a tabs. Similarly, if someone wants write a program to replace all the tabs and space into new line, all the tabs and again space also into new line in a string by spaces. This tab, space and new line. Whenever you find the tab, space and new line, convert into the space. Okay, so which method here use? As you know that there is a method is there, replace. It will be perform only for the single type. If you want to replace a single character. But here, see, if you want more number of, but all the spaces, all the tabs, you have to use here replace all method. See, let's see one example. So here I am defining a string str, and inside this, suppose demo /t text. /t means a tab character is there here. Inside a tab is there. So first let's print this original string first. And here I am giving a /n. /n means nothing but the new line. Then str. This is nothing but you have to print the string, the original string. After that, you have to convert your tabs to space. All the tabs to space or all the new line to space. So let's see. First we have to print it and then show you. Here in the original string, then /n, new line is created. Then the string what is demos /t text, demo, a tab character is there, then text. Okay. So let's replace. I'm written here. str is nothing but str dot replacer. str dot replacer, and in this replacer I am passing a expression. And what is the replacement? What is the expression? Here I am passing in the square bracket. Our one character is the square bracket is in double quote, within the double quote. Here I am written ++n and ++p. After that, here we replace this /n and p with our space. That is the syntax here. I am written the regular expression that like this in the bracket. Why giving double slash? Because here single slash is not work. For this regular expression, single slash is not work. This detail is about again your next chapter. The regular expression can you will read it, how the regular expression you can write. So here you can remember that for the regular expression, if you want to use slash n slash t, we need double slash or double slash t, and here you replace with the space. Now we print it. String after removing tabs and new line. That is your HTML. So let's print this. Here see, string after removing the new lines and tabs. Here it is demo text. Okay, here see, here the tab character is there, then here replacing, I am replacing tab character to a space. So here that only space will become. Instead of the tab, only space will come. So that is replace all, or nothing but the expanding and compressing tabs. You can use to replace all your space and tabs to any other character. You can space or any other character. Next is controlling case. Here you need to convert the string to uppercase, lowercase, compare string with regard for case. Okay, you have to perform the operation with the string using the uppercase, using the lowercase, or to compare the string without regard for the case. The solution is the string class has a number of methods for dealing with the documents. In particular case, 2 uppercase, 2 lowercase, each return a new string that a copy of the current string, but converting as the name implies. Similarly, equals ignore case tells you if all the characters are the same regardless of the case. See, I am giving an example here. Say str.to uppercase, converting that string to uppercase letter. Similarly, str2 lowercase here. Here you convert the all the already lowercase is there. Otherwise, if you give the here uppercase, it will be converted to lowercase. So these are some controlling case. Uppercase, lowercase, string copy and current string will be converted. Similarly, equals ignore case tells you if all characters are the same regardless of the case. As you know that to comparing a string, we have to use equals to method or compare to method. Equals to method what? Equals method is what? It will be return the boolean value. And compares method return difference between the character. After the difference between the character, it will be return. But sometime if you want to compare the two string without considering the case sensitivity, without considering the uppercase and lowercase letter, that's why I go for the equals ignore case or compare to ignore case. You have to use the method so that it will be not consider the case sensitivity. So let's see. I am showing an example. This is uppercase. Suppose I am declaring S1 Rama. String S2 Haris. Then what happened? I am check it if your S1 dot length equal to S2 dot length. If two are equal length, okay, then this is just a lexicographically check. Okay, lexicographically ordering means the two string are first equal order, equal length. After that, you have to compare the two string. So first here I am comparing inside this loop. S1 dot compare to S2. Okay, compare to method is used to compare. Then if your result equal to 0, then here you can print it that is nothing but lexicography. Graphically equal. Otherwise, not equal. Simple program. So here see the two are compare. Okay, RMA Haris, these two are not equal. That means this statement will be printed. Let's see. It will be first check the length, then after after this if, we can again return another else. Not equal. That means if the length are not same, it is also not equal. Lexicographically equals means two string length are equal. Again, each character also equal. So here see the two are not equal because length are not equal. Now length will be same but character is not equal. Now on not equal. Now see I will be written the same. Now see the length are equal and character are equal. Now see the compared to will be 0 and it is lexicographically equal. Now see if I am changes this capital to small r and then check, can the two are equal? No, this is not equal because this is different and this is different. So here, if someone want, if I compare these two without considering the case, okay, without considering the capital and lower case, so that here instead of the compare to, I am using compare to ignore case. This method is used. Compared to ignore case. Now see now it is a lexicographical equal. Okay, either it is small letter or capital letter, no means. It will be checked. If the character are equal, then it will be equal. Okay, that means here I am using what? Compare to ignore case. Similarly, for the equals also, equals method also, equals to ignore case is there, you have to check it. For the equals to ignore case also, it will be written what? Boolean value if two are equal. And two are equal without considering the or without regardless of the case. Either it is upper case or lower case, it will be not depend upon that. So that is the one.
Sir,
Yes.
why we put two L's, not one?
Which?
Why we put two L's?
Put else. If see, for this if condition, first is checking s1 dot length equal to s2 dot length. If length are equal, then this statement, this all are execute because this is in this loop. If will be start here and if will be ending here. Then here I am written a else. This else is for this if this else. If this statement is not equal, okay, this is not satisfied, then it will go to the this else will be printed. That is not equal. If the two are not equal, if length are not equal, again inside this, see, I am written two if else. Here if is if res equal to 0, means if compared to method, if two are same, it will be written 0. Then this statement will be printed. If this is not executed, that means it is not 0, then it will be go to the else statement. Then else will be printed not equal. Okay, so that's why from printing purposes, if you know that if it is equal or not equal, so that if it is if satisfied, then it is printed it is equal, and if is not satisfied, then it go to the else, and it is print what? Not equal. That's why I am giving else statement. Clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Or if you not given here else, no problem, no output will become. If you not given else here, program is what? Okay, program is what? See, I am now program is what? For the equal case, it is what? Lexicographical equal. But sometimes if it is not equal, then no output will become. That's why I am written else, so that if it is not satisfied, it will be printed not equal. Okay, this is the controlling case at different method, to uppercase, to lowercase, to equals to ignore case, or equals to compare case. That are the method are available. Next is what? Difference between this double equal to and this equals to method. What is the difference between these two? Actually, in our string, we have to use these two. Sometimes we have to use this double equal to, and sometimes also you have to use this equals to method. So what is the difference between these two? See, in general, both equals and double equal operator in Java are used to compare object to check equality. Both are used to check or compare the equality. Compare and objects to check the equality. But here are some difference between them two. Both are used to check the equality, but there is some difference. What is the difference here? Difference is, the main difference between this equals method and double equals to operator is that one is method, other is operator. This equals is a method, and this double equal is a operator. That is one difference. Equals is a method and double equal to is a operator. Next difference is we can use this double equal operator for the referencing comparison, address comparison, and equals method for content comparison. In simple words, a double equal to checks if both the objects point to the same memory location, whereas equals evaluate to the comparison of the value in the objects. Okay, so what is the first difference? First is one is operator, another is method. Equals is a method and double equal is operator. Next is double equal to used to check the memory, a reference comparison or address comparison. If both objects point to the same memory is not, both the objects present in the same memory or not. But a method, equals method evaluate what? It will be check the contents. What is the contents in the variable? If the two contents are same or not. If the two contents are same, then equals method return true. Otherwise false. So let's see. I am showing you some examples so that you can understand. Okay, here I am creating the string using the constructor. Okay, you can also directly also create, no problem. Okay, first I am showing you directly, after that I will show you constructor. First I am showing you the directly. Suppose Java. One string and the second string. B is also same. Java. Now I will be print here if I am written A equal to B, then what it will be returned? You already know that. True. Okay, if I am written A equal to B, it is true. Next see. This out A dot equals B. This also true. Okay, if A I am declaring A, then B, then I am checking A equal to B. This is also true. Then here I am checking A equals B. This is also true. Let's see the same thing I am created in different way. String C, another string using constructor new string. Suppose here 7 string B new string Okay, now the string value is same. Now I am creating using the constructor new string new string. Now again same thing, you have to check it using these two method, and let's see what is the result here. C equal to D C, D. See, first these are true. Next is false, true. This is your false. This return the false. Other all are true. Why these are false? See, whenever I am using this equals method, it will be check the contents are equal or not. The contents are equal or not. Here see the contents is equal Java Java. If I change something here, then see the equals method is false. Here false. But what is double equal to check? It will be check. It will be check the memory location is same or not. If the memory location is same, it is written true. But here why it is false? Here both are false here written. See, both are false. So why it is false? Because here whenever I am using the constructor and create a string, each time it will be created in the different string, different memory location. Whenever I am using the constructor, each time see it will be different. Here it is the same memory location. For the literal it is same memory location, but here it is different memory location. Okay, so let's I am showing also with a so all of you please see here what happened. In the first time I am creating a string literal and string A and assign to Java. So what happened here? A memory location is created which will be stored the value Java. Okay, suppose memory location is here 2000. Similarly, whenever you create another string B equal to Java, so here B will be referred to the same memory location. Okay, B will be referred to the same memory location. So in this type of the declaration, whenever you declare using the literals, okay, directly you can pass the constant. Then here the both A and B are stored in the same memory location because already a Java is created, so that it could not create any duplicate value. It will be share the same memory location. So in these cases, whenever you check A equal to B, that means here both things are checked. First the contents are equal, again memory location are equal, then it is true, it return true. Then if I am checking A equals method, and pass the B, using equals method it will be check the contents, content is same, it will be don't care the memory, it will be check the contents, then again it is true. So both the cases it is true and true. Okay, next see If I am declaring the string using constructor, then what happens? For these two cases, it is true. Next, suppose I am declaring a string C. C using constructor. That means new string. Then inside this, suppose pass the Java. So here what happened? Whenever I am using constructor, each time a new memory location is created. That means a Java memory location is 3000. C will be store the address. Similarly, if you create a string B, new string using constructor and pass the value Java. Okay, this is Java. So here, whenever I am using constructor, each time again another memory location is created. This is different memory location. That is suppose 4000. Okay, different memory location is created. So in this C and D, if I am comparing C equal to D, what is equal to check? It will be checked two things. First, content are same. Yes. Then memory address is same. In this case, no. So that this will be returned false. This will be returned false. But if you checking using the C equals D method, what is this method return? It will be check only the content. Here the content are same, so that it is true. Okay, it will be not check the memory, but double equal to check the memory. Got it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The same thing here, see in the example. Here I am using the constructor new string and pass s2 using a constructor new string, and here is pass. If here I am checking s1 is double equal to s2, that means it will be check if the content are equal. Yes, content are equal, but can it is a same memory location? No. Why? Because this is one constructor, this is one constructor. S1 is different memory location, S2 is different memory location. That's why S1 double equal to S2 is returned false. But S1 equals S2, that will be only check the contents. Contents are same, so that this will be returned true. Yeah. So that is the concept. Okay. So the same thing, if you differentiate between Java, in the Java, between string literal and a new string object. String literal means you can directly create it, and new string means you can create it using the constructor. Here see, string object are created in following two expressions. Two ways are there. Either you can create a string object, new string, and Java will be passed. That is nothing but a constructor also. Otherwise, you can directly also create it. String literal Java. Okay, this is the two way. So that is the difference. What is the difference between this? Both expression give you string object. Here also string object, here also string object. But there are subtitle difference between them. What are the difference? When you creating a string object using new operator, it always create a new object in the heap memory. Whenever I am using the constructor or new operator, this will be create a new memory. Create always a new memory. On other hand, if you create object using string literal, that is Java, it may return an existing object from the string pool. A cast string object is from gen space and which is now moved to the heap space in the recent Java release. It is already exist. But if you create using like this literal string, then it will be checked. If the memory exists, then it does not create any new memory. It will be share the same memory. Otherwise, it will be create a new string object and put the string pool from the future reuse. So in the example also see, this are create using the see S1, S2. S1, S2, I am creating using the new operator or the constructor. So that a new memory location is created here, S1, S2. But S3, S4 I am directly created using the literals. So that same memory location, this will be assigned. S3 is assigned, S4 is also assigned. So that is the difference between string literal and string object. String literal and string object. There is also some example. Here I am creating the string using the literals. String A Java, string B Java. Okay, that means first A will be created. For the B, what happened? No new memory is created. B will be assigned to the same. So that whenever A equal to B, it will be checked if the memory location is same or not. Here memory location is same, content also same. That's why it is true. But here two different objects are created and then have different reference. Whenever I am using, suppose C new string Java, D new string Java. Here C having different memory, D having different memory. Whenever I am checking C equal to D, then it will be checked it having content same, but the memory is different. That's why it will be false. Result is false. So that is the difference between your string literals and your string object. Both the cases equals method are true, but here the double equal to, you have to check the basically the memory or reference pointer. That is the difference between your string literals, normal string declaration, and a new string object declaration. Okay. So next is indenting the text document. Whenever we are using the text, okay, whenever you have to using the text or any line you can write or any document you can write. So what happened? You have to indent or unindent. What is on indent and unindent? Indent is, to indent means add space. Either generate a fixed length string and depend it to each output line, or use a loop and print the right number of space. Okay, indent is, this is the indent, and unindent means remove the space. Use substring to generate a string that does not include the leading space. Be careful of input that are shorter than the amount you are removing. Okay, this is just a manual. You can add the space or remove the space. Whenever you can retain some things, we need some space sometimes. And sometimes we can also remove some space. That is nothing but to indent and unindent. Indent means you can add something, and unindent means you can remove something. Whenever any text, whenever you written any text, or basically these are usually in the file system. In the file, whenever you return the text, after that we need this indent and unindent. In case of the file system, to adding or removing space, we need this. So, okay, this indent and unindent we again discuss, because this will be long. Again we discuss. Then entering non-printable characters. See, if we want to need to put a non-printable character into a string, Non-printable means this will be not visible. Like this, see. Use backslash character and one of the Java string escape. Suppose tab, new line, then backslash. These are some non-printable character. If you want to print these, then how to print it? These are some what? Non-printable character. Nothing but the non-printable character. If you want to print it, then how to print this non-printable character? This is very simple. We have used some code here. See, I am directly showing you with the example. Okay, so here first line system.out.println a alarm enter in the octal. Okay, if you print a octal value, so how to print it? Like //007. Okay, this is the way we have to print the octal value. Any octal value you can print it, but the code is different, always not same. This is one octal value, similarly different octal value is there. Similarly, if you want to print a tab, as you know that what is the tab? So tab, that is what /t, non-printable character. Similarly, if you want to print the new line is nothing but the /n. Similarly, if you want to print the Unicode character, what is Unicode character? Unicode character means a single character like your question mark, other exclamatory symbol. These are some Unicode character. For this, the code are also available. Suppose someone want to print a backslash. How to print the backslash? To printing the backslash, we need again another backslash. If you return two backslash, then one backslash will be print. So let's see here the output. The first a octal character is printed. Okay. The second a tab here /t means a tab will be come. Next is a new line. What comes after a new line is printed. Next is a Unicode character. See, question mark for this code. Question mark is there. If you want to print the backslash, see, if I return double backslash, then one backslash will print. If you return one backslash, see, error will come. Error will come. That's why to printing the backslash, we need two backslash. So that in the output screen, we find another backslash. See, backslash character is like this. That is nothing but print the non-printable character. Okay, nothing but the non-printable character. Use the backslash character on the JavaScript escape. Okay, that is the /t/n and then backslash. Okay, again the program see octal. You have to return like this. Any code are available for the octal, different type of codes. Similarly for the tab /t is available. For the new line /n is available. Unicode, different type of the codes is available. Like this /u02f, this is nothing but your question mark. Similarly exclamatory, different code is available. And if you print the backslash, we return double backslash. So that one backslash is printed. So that is nothing but entering your non-printable character, which basically not string. Okay, entering the non-printable character. Next class. Okay. Then I am showing one example of this indent, unindent, and then finish. Actually, the indent, unindent is basically used for the file system. It will be work better, but you can also do the program. without file, but basically the use is in the file system. I am declaring a static variable or normal variable, no problem. No need to static here. Integer I am defining a string then input line. Just input line is printed. Okay. Then after I am using a for loop integer I equal to 0, I less than n space I plus plus. Here we can print a space and then system input. Okay. So see here, I am creating a space here equal to 5. Then after what? I am creating the string here. I am print the string. That is your test indent. Then after I am written I equal to 0, I less than n space, but the space I plus plus. Then first I am printing the some line spaces. After that input line is printed. Okay, as per your need, we can indent. Similarly, you can also remove the space. We can also remove the space. But basically, these are the important for your what? File system. Okay, whenever you create a file, read and write some file, that time we need it. The file system we have to need it. Printable character. Okay, so pinwing. One minute. That I am taking. Okay. Okay, in the next class, we discuss about the more. So let's close our session. I will take your attendance.
Sir,
Yes,
we will continue extra class after the midterm or until tomorrow just.
no, no, after mid-sem. After mid-sem also we
Oh,
continue.
okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so you can leave now. Thank you.